concocting potions for my friends and my clients, that I would be here today celebrating over 750 million sold servings of Shakeology. It's incredible. My family and friends love it. I love it. And I want to extend my deepest gratitude and my thanks for loving it as well.
And I echo that as well. And here's the thing. From day one, it was set on a set of core values, and that is efficacy, accessibility, and integrity. I felt that on day one. We felt that on day one, and we feel it today. And that is a really, really big deal.
So, let's talk about our core values. Core value number one, efficacy. We wanted to create so much more than just protein, vitamins, and minerals. We wanted to create a delivery system of very potent missing nutrients in our diets. And we wanted you to feel, to see, to know the result in your health.
And the next core value is accessibility, which I love because the ingredients come from all over the world. But we had to make it affordable while keeping the potency and that ability to give that to you. And that is something we're incredibly proud of because, listen, nature created it, but we at Beachbody made it accessible.
Integrity. We are constantly reviewing the formula to see what can be improved. The world is changing fast. New science, new tests, new processes. In order to remain at the level of excellence we wanted, we had to keep our suppliers accountable, which means testing at every stage, which means every batch goes through 1,900 tests in order to make sure that each batch tastes delicious and meet our quality standards. Plus, Darin and I could not stand here and be comfortable if we didn't know that what we're sharing and saying to you is the truth. We are vigilant and committed to this vow of integrity. So, why Shakeology at all? Why can't I just say, you know what, eat your salad, your veggies, your protein, you'll be just fine. I can't say that because it's not true, not anymore. The water you drink is polluted, the air you breathe is polluted, the soil is depleted and polluted, which means I want to make an impact.
Yeah, wait for it.
Which means that the food that grows into that soil will be depleted, and therefore the salad that you're eating will not be what you think it is. Now, we have EMF in the air. I want to get into that. EMF in the air. We don't sleep enough. We're stressed out of our mind. EMF. This city, as well as 12 others, have recently rolled out a new technology called 5G. 5G makes 4G look like baby food. We have done zero money in testing for long-term safety, even though thousands of scientists are telling us we really should. That's on top of all the other technology we use. Too much sugar, too much processed food, too much caffeine. Did I say enough? Do you think the body needs a little help? That's why Shakeology. We wanted to create at least one place, once a day, where you could get these important missing nutrients in your diet. We all need more potent nutrition in our lives.
That's it. Everything she said and an infinite more of things that we're being bombarded with. This is our modern day world. This is the cornerstone of why we put this thing together. You guys need to hear that. We didn't make this up. This is real. And this is why we curated the best ingredients from around the world. And we wanted to deliver at a potency that was actually going to get you the nutrients to combat these invisible forces that are in fact affecting you. And sourcing and that potency is such a big deal. We spend millions of dollars to making sure that what's in that pretty bag is actually what's supposed to be there.
So with every change, we always go back to our core values: efficacy, accessibility, integrity.
And like Carl was suggesting earlier, this formula, which makes us really happy, it's a living formula. And what does that mean? Well, we're constantly looking for new opportunities. We're constantly pressing and pushing on all of the aspects at Beachbody, but every little shift, every little change is not just a snap of the finger. It is a huge operational lift. And that is, you've got all of the different, once you change one thing, then you have all these different tests, you have stability tests, you have audits in other countries, you have a lot of things. Because you change one thing, it changes the whole thing. And that alchemy is something that we really strive for. So, although it's hard to do that, it's essential that we get to continue to do that, so that you guys have not just the stagnant formula. And by the way, most companies out there, they'll lock a formula and roll that out and just keep trying to sell that over and over and over again. Not us. We're moving now into our 4th generation reformulation, and that is something we're totally stoked about.
That's what makes us so different. We're constantly looking forward to live up to our core values. We get excited about it. We are trying to create these opportunities because as formulator, we know that's where the magic is at. So in this spirit, we will be rolling out a few changes over the course of the next 6 months, upgrades. First one, more fiber, including flax seeds. The FDA requires, yes, yay! The FDA requires at least 28 grams of fiber a day. Most of us get barely half of that. So we are proud to, hey, by the way, my family, we go through 4 digestive health a month, and there's only 3 of us. One of them is 11. So you're looking at a regular family.
And the toilets work.
Okay, what was that? Yeah. So all the flavors soon will have at least 6 grams of fiber per serving.
That's awesome. And then with, obviously, you don't just get one benefit from flax. You get this incredible boost of omega essential fatty acids from omega-3s from alpha-linoleic acid, which is a great uplift. And then, of course, that's great for cellular strength and cellular function.
Probiotics. More. Yes, I've got the good ones.
Yes.
We all need more probiotics, and we're all aware of the importance of gut health. Probiotics were a huge game changer in my health decades ago, so I'm excited that we are putting in more.
Yeah, and we're also increasing a favorite of ours. It's a matcha green tea. We're including more of that, so more phytonutrients from there, and we're super proud of that sourcing of that ingredient to increase.
So, that's great info. It's really good stuff to know. But these are just words. What really matters here is how do you feel and how do you want to feel. This is so much more than a look. This is so much more than a cup of coffee, a good workout, a before and after picture, a good post. This is you bridging how people are feeling right now and how they want to feel. And you're the best at that because it's your story. You've done it. You've been there. You've been experiencing it. So when you get pushbacks and objections like this protein shake is too expensive, please, if your reaction is, oh no, not the money questions, you've got to go sell lollipops. You need to be solid here. You're the influencer. You're the one guiding them to making the right decisions, the good, healthy decisions for their own well-being in a world that will try to guide them somewhere else. So please, please, please remember what matters is how they're feeling right now and how they want to feel.
And with that, because it is a lot bigger than just a few things, you have to be diligent about your health. When you're committed and in front of people and you're diligent about your health, then that really translates, especially when you get a silly objection from money. Because Shakeology is so easy. You created this incredible formula to create an easy habit for you. And the funny thing is, it's kind of pleomorphic. It's easy to do all the other things because you're feeling better. So you get to sleep. You have to sleep. You have to do that well. You have to hydrate. You have to eat well. You have to exercise. It's not just one thing. So we have to be diligent. And when we show up in that space, that really translates to others.
So when the body is fed at a cellular level, it has more energy, it digests better, less bloat, you will curb your cravings, you will simply perform better on all levels.
And then there's consistency, right? So taking the action and being consistent. So, Isabelle, has the sun ever kind of come up? No, it's full on. It's all the time. Your body has to deal with that. So, health is not part-time, right? So, you know, we're sitting, you're sitting in the future. You're sitting in the future of your yesterday. You get that? So the things that you're doing today is creating your future. You have to be consistent. And there is zero excuse to be consistent with the greatest formula on earth.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
Smile.
We don't call you distributors, we call you coaches. You know why? Distributors sell stuff and move on. Coaches remain and become family. I know that. I feel it and I see it in all my Zoom calls with you. You care. People have gone through perhaps decades of different exercise programs, different diets, different gurus, and when they get to us, sometimes they're defeated, humiliated, full of shame and guilt, sometimes feeling completely hopeless and helpless. This job is for very courageous people, not for the faint of heart. We do change the world with our every word, every thought, every action, whether we know it or not. This is why I think this platform is like a mini revolution, changing the world one person at a time. And in order to do it well, we have to think from the heart, lead from the heart, and know that we are here to be of service and never, ever monetize yourself.
Love it, bro.
You are changing the world from your home in your pajamas. That's the dream for this company and this product, to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives. Now stop playing small. Get as big, as wide, as expensive, as compassionate, as loving, as present, as sincere as you can possibly be to help another human being.
Maybe some movie should What about Tommy walk up with
Please welcome to the stage Senior Director of Coach Development, Jeff Matthewson.